Welcome to the new TMZ Live, where we bring you inside our newsroom as our staff chases down today's stories in real time.
Welcome to TMZ Live. We have two huge stories we want to talk about today.
Only two things that everybody is talking about. Coldplay and what happened at the Coldplay concert with the CEO of that company, Astronomer. It's got some new developments on that. And then also
Jeffrey Epstein
and Donald Trump's birthday letter to him from 22 years ago.
So Donald Trump says this letter is fake, and he's threatening to sue people who dare to post it or publish it. So in case you don't know, because we're going to show you something that does not align with what Donald Trump is saying, but Donald Trump says this letter, which is a letter that was allegedly inserted into a book that Jeffrey Epstein got from all of his pals for his 50th birthday party. The letter, which showed a naked woman and some text, he says couldn't be true because he doesn't draw. Now, we're going to show you how that's not true in a minute, but let's talk about the letter.
Yeah, because there are two things about the letter that, look, all along we've been saying, why doesn't Donald Trump want the Epstein files to come out? What is it that he could be so worried about? Because everything that you have heard from people,
multiple people who have seen the file,
that his name is in there.
And at least in one case, the entire file.
That his name is in there, but there's nothing. Multiple times, but nothing untoward.
Right.
Now, this letter, which we don't think is in the file, the birthday letter, certainly there's some shady things in it.
Now, and what Charles just said, we will explain why we don't think it's in the file, but let's just show you what the letter says, then we're going to show you the artwork, but let's start with the letter.
So there are two things from this letter that people think just sound weird. I shouldn't say suspect. It just sounds creepy, right? First of all, his note to Jeffrey Epstein says, "Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret."
Okay, in the context of what we know now, that is weird.
I think it is also fair to say that this was 2003. Jeffrey Epstein had not been arrested or charged with soliciting minors at that point. That was 3 years.
But the intimation was...
The intimation is...
that this was going on, so that's why this seems weird.
Now, inside the inscription, this sketch of a naked woman, there are several lines of text. It is an imaginary conversation between Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein, and it begins with a voiceover.
I'll do the voiceover.
All right, so the voiceover says,
"There must be more to life than having everything."
Very Morgan Freeman of you.
Thank you.
Who's Epstein and who's Trump?
You're Epstein. You're Epstein. Fine, I will read the Epstein part. Donald Trump. Devin is going to read the Donald part.
So Donald, yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is.
Nor will I, since I also know what it is.
We have certain things in common, Jeffrey.
Yes, we do, come to think of it.
Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that?
As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you.
A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret.
May every day be another wonderful secret.
Why do we do it in those voices?
When you listen to this, it sounds
sounds creepy.
It sounds suspicious. Knowing what we know now and knowing what Jeffrey Epstein did, it sounds suspicious. Donald Trump says he did not do this, and one of the reasons he says is, "I don't do art." So we're going to show you something.
Right. He says, "I would not have drawn a woman because I don't draw."
I don't draw. These are drawings.
The problem is, Donald Trump draws a lot of sketches. It's mostly real estate. You get why he would do that. But he has done these doodles over the years. In fact, some of them have actually been auctioned off for charity. And auction houses obviously are always going to confirm that it actually is. I mean, you can see his signature in all of them. So
obviously he has drawn. So the big thing that I'm kind of focused on right now that we talked about earlier today is that Donald Trump said last night, I believe it was at 6:07 Pacific time, he said, or put on Truth Social, that he was ordering Pam Bondi to get some of the grand jury testimony redacted. So, two things. One is that, and anything that's relevant. Well, relevant is in the eye of the beholder, number one. And number two, that's not what people want to see. The grand jury is very focused on specific crimes. What people want to see is not the grand jury transcript. They want to see the Justice Department file. And those are two very different things.
Now, you've reported many times that you've heard what's in there, and there's nothing incriminating.
Which makes me think that this letter was not in the Justice Department file.
Not in the
because
file.
when you read that letter,
The tone of it certainly will
raise eyebrows. Judges have kept a lot of this stuff secret in the Ghislaine Maxwell case and other things. And they've done it under the guise that they're protecting victims, but there's more in the court records, especially the civil filings, that could be really interesting to the public. And those things have been kept secret by the judge. What we don't know is, are some of those civil filing disclosures in the Justice Department file?
Right.
And that's what people want to know right now.
This is Trayvon coming from Virginia. So to be honest, I really do think this might be something that Trump did for sure. Just based off of all the lies that we've had over the years, I believe it. But we need facts. We need receipts. That's something that I really stand for, is like having receipts and facts. Now, with his response to him saying that he don't even draw, that's another lie. There was
that's by the way,
a receipt
that's
for that.
clearly a lie.
That one we have receipts on.
We will see if the Wall Street Journal
But you know what he's saying.
releases it or hasn't
Everybody
even.
says pics or it didn't happen. I think some people, even though we don't have the picture yet, I think there are a lot of people who believe it did happen.
Right, and there are a lot of people who won't believe it even if they see the pictures.
That's true also.
Big news in late night television. Stephen Colbert not only canceled the entire late show.
That show,
canceled.
The Late Show, is going away. CBS made this announcement late on Thursday, and there's been a lot of emotional reaction to this. Not from Stephen Colbert, interestingly.
He was actually very complimentary of
complimentary
CBS.
to CBS, but the controversy is
By the way, it's going away at the end of, I think in May of next year.
May next year. So first, here's what Colbert said about it last night on his show as he announced it to his audience. Then we're going to get into why a lot of other people are pissed off about this.
Next year will be our last season. The network will be ending The Late Show in May. And yeah, I share your feelings. It's not just the end of our show, but it's the end of The Late Show on CBS. I'm not being replaced. This is all just going away.
Well, that's a big deal because there are a lot of people who think this is because
Colbert was very vocal on his show and critical of CBS for this settlement they made with Donald Trump, a $16 million settlement. And what's happening behind the scenes is that CBS is trying to get a merger done that Trump
needs to be approved by the federal government.
Right.
So a lot of people think this was Donald Trump having leverage over Paramount and
that it was revenge.
Hating Stephen Colbert enough that he said, you either cancel the show or else.
By the way, when they announced it, Trump did get on Truth Social.
He said, I love that they did this.
I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings. I hear Jimmy Kimmel is next, has even less talent than Colbert. Greg Gutfeld is better than all of them combined, including the moron on NBC who ruined the once great Tonight Show.
The optics are not good. He wants this deal to go through with Paramount and Skydance. The FCC is his FCC, so whether or not that's going to happen. But of course, Paramount's saying it's not that. This is an expensive show.
Well, I believe
we don't know the history, like where is linear television going? They don't really know.
Well, we do know.
Well, we do know.
We know because linear television has had its worst quarter in the history of television this past quarter. And people are going
to YouTube. You should explain it to people on what is linear television.
Broadcast TV. The
Broadcast
TV you watch,
right.
on the various networks and whatnot. It's going down. People are migrating to YouTube. They're going to podcasts. They're going to other social media platforms. And so, just to give you an example, that's a really expensive show to do. They have a huge staff. It's on 5 days a week. It's expensive. It gets a rating of 1.9. That's around 2 million people every night. The Gutfield show on Fox News Channel gets 3 million people by comparison.
And a much cheaper show.
Dirt cheap to produce. So they're getting 1 million more people for way less money, and they're losing money on the Late Show.
Well, so you guys don't think politics has any play in this whatsoever? It's strictly a financial
really
decision, or is there some Trump pressure?
Is it possible that two things can be true? CBS really is trying to suck up to the Trump administration to get this deal done. But they also have a show that is really expensive. Remember that James Corden's show went away last year.
Well, and if it really was Trump, they would just replace Stephen Colbert with a more conservative host.
If that show was actually making money, if the show was making money, they would never get rid of it.
Let me explain what the networks care about.
Money. They're trying to make money.
They care about.
Coming up.
Everybody knows about this video at the Coldplay concert, where the CEO of Astronomer was holding the human resources
head of human
employee
resources
there.
Uh-oh.
Be right back.
Everybody knows about this video at the Coldplay concert, where the CEO of Astronomer was basically holding the human resources
head of human
employee
resources
there. And when the camera came on them, the Jumbotron, they ducked for cover, but it didn't work. We waited all day yesterday to see if any of them were going to issue a statement, because this is a big company. This is the CEO, and we thought maybe the company would say something, maybe the guy would say something.
He didn't. So we're going to tell you, Andy Byron, late in the day yesterday, people thought finally Andy Byron, the CEO, was speaking out about this. He didn't. We will explain that in a second, but we got to show you, there's no way you haven't seen it, but it's certainly worth seeing again. This is the moment Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot are at the Coldplay concert.
All right, come on, you're okay? Uh-oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Look at her.
That is brutal.
She's got to be a friend of theirs.
No, she's an identity. I think she's also in HR.
Well, she knows.
She probably, yes.
She knows what's going on.
Of course, she's there with them at the concert.
She knows
she's
what's
like,
going on.
uh-oh.
So we've been waiting, we were waiting all day yesterday for some statement. So at the end of the day, something crosses our desk.
Yes, Andy Byron, there was a post that went up on X where it said this is a statement from the CEO, Andy Byron, about what happened at Coldplay.
We've been reaching out to them all day, like you said, right? Trying to get a statement. The only thing they responded to was when I sent them this, saying this has started to circulate, and they said this is a fake statement, and directed me to the person who actually created it, and it's a guy, Peter Ennis. Mm-hmm. It's a parody account. Peter Penis.
Oh, Peter Ennis.
Got it.
Yeah. So this guy.
I actually didn't get it.
I get it now.
So this guy created it, and so they're still not saying whether or not.
Which is really weird.
Now, Devin, you asked them, so they told you it's fake, and then you said, all right, well,
exactly.
Is there going to be a real statement?
Radio silence.
Nothing.
Radio silence.
Nothing.
So they've said nothing. I mean, again, the HR person.
Yeah.
By the head of HR. Kristen Cabot.
Though no one has spoken out yet, I think the most telling thing is his wife on her Facebook page took off the last name. I think she's just getting bombarded.
I don't think she wanted people.
That could also just be she's getting bombarded.
Yes,
right.
For sure.
It could be one of two things.
But it also could be
Or
like she's
separating
herself from him, and maybe that shows that she's not on board.
And certainly she didn't want all the phone calls. Look, we don't know anything about Andy Byron and Kristen Cabot, the nature of their relationship. Yeah, they were hugging. That was not
no wife would be cool with
that. That's
that.
not a friendly hug. I'm just saying.
No wife is cool.
Do you want to imitate it and see how it goes?
No. So anyway.
Well then,
so here's the thing. Chris Martin did this at the concert. It may have come and gone were it not for somebody who posted this.
Exactly.
And tens of millions of views later.
Yeah, basically, Grace Springer is the woman who launched 1,000 memes. Because, by the way, if you go through online all the memes about this whole Coldplay incident, it is hilarious. And I think interesting that Coldplay is now code for something other than sappy music. There,
Right,
I said it.
Coldplay's
Come for me, Coldplay fans.
Coldplay's
I
super
said
cool
it.
now. Everybody's going to go to Coldplay concerts to watch the Jumbotron. But anyway, so
Grace Springer is the woman who actually posted that video, and we are going to speak to her about whether she has any regrets. So Grace Springer joining us right now. Grace, welcome to TMZ Live. Boy, you kind of stirred up a small little hornet's nest, huh?
I'd say so.
So I'm so curious. When you saw this, I mean, it wasn't necessarily what everybody is now thinking. You know, it just could have been two people who didn't want to be seen, whatever. What made you think, oh, I got to post this video?
So it was a hot topic after the concert had ended, and people were kind of in the middle. Did it look sketchy? Was she just shy? And I said, well, I have a video on my phone. Let's look at it. And his reaction and his face says it all. So
people, you said when the concert was over, this in Boston, people are filing out of the concert, and that's what they were talking about?
Oh, yeah.
So why was that? Because even Chris Martin, he wasn't sure what it was. He kind of made a joke about it. Was
it because he said affair? I think that's what everyone in the arena must have latched onto in the stadium.
Yeah, he had said either she's really shy or they're having an affair. And then he followed up with, I hope we didn't just do something really bad.
So had he not said that, would you have still posted it? Were people talking in spite of what he said?
I think it was more their reactions that made it so big. The guilt is clear to me.
So, Grace, you've now seen all of the memes. I'm sure you probably haven't seen all of them because there are thousands. You've seen the memes. You've seen the allegations that people are making about these two people. Do you have any regrets in posting it?
I had guilt for maybe the first 5 minutes, but I told a few other outlets, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So I do feel for their partners, their spouses, but other than that, not so much.
So it's kind of weird. I was just wondering how Coldplay must feel. It kind of upstaged the concert now. So, I mean...
When was the last time a Coldplay concert got this much coverage?
I know. So, I mean,
maybe the Super Bowl.
I want to ask you this just because I haven't heard. How was the concert?
Oh my gosh, it was the best concert of my life. And if Chris Martin wants to invite me to another one, I promise no more scandals. But they deserve all the attention.
Fault, no. You know what they're going to do? No, Grace, what they're going to do is they're going to confiscate your phone when you show up.
Right.
Actually, Grace, the other thing the fact that you caught this moment, I always think this when I go to a concert, and I'm just wondering if you think this. Everybody does it where you start recording performance, you record something that's happening in the concert. How often do you actually go back and look at it? I have hundreds of videos from concerts that I have never, ever looked at again.
Honestly, for Coldplay, yes, I will be rewatching the footage that I took that night.
So what Charles is really asking is that you seem to have an eagle eye, so you should go back and review video from some of the other concerts.
I want to know what else you have on your phone.
Oh yeah, I have a few more concerts coming up, so I'll be on the lookout for anyone else.
Okay, everybody get a good look at Grace's face and avoid her like the plague at the next concert.
If you see her phone up at the concert,
oh boy,
best behavior.
Okay, Grace, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, thanks, guys.
Coming up.
Happy birthday, Wendy Williams. She celebrated at Delmonico Steakhouse in New York City.
What are you wishing for on your birthday?
Out of guardianship?
This woman should not be locked up the way she is.
Be right back.
TMZ's got every freaking thing. Big celebs, big stories, big events.
Justin Timberlake made Portland kids' dream come true by joining a bike bus ride. And they always listen to Justin Timberlake.
Cry me a river when they fall.
It's TMZ.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Wendy Williams. 61st birthday. She celebrated at Delmonico Steakhouse in New York City, which means that she was let out for the night because Wendy Williams is effectively in what she calls, and I believe she's correct, amounts to a luxury prison.
It's an assisted living facility, which we have shown you over the last few months. She is battling to get out of, and she is now retained Joe Tacopina to help her in this battle.
She's in this guardianship.
She remains in the guardianship.
Locked in this place. She has to get permission to get out. Lots of times they say, no, you can't leave.
No, we should say, lately, we've seen Wendy out and about New York a little bit more. So
I talked to her on the phone, and she has said she has been denied as well.
She's been denied a lot of times.
Yes. So she's under this guardianship because they say she has frontotemporal dementia, which is a condition that only gets worse. And when Wendy was battling drugs and alcohol, she was off the rails. And if it were frontotemporal dementia, it would never have gotten better. She's back to who she was. She stopped the alcohol and drug. It would never.
It's very clear.
It would never get back to normal. And it did.
I mean, we've seen it, like I said, over the last few months in our interactions with her. It was very clear last night when she went out with some friends to celebrate her birthday. This is just Wendy. This is regular Wendy.
So this is video of Wendy outside of Delmonico's, and her birthday wish, pretty clear.
It's my birthday celebration.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Thank you.
Any plans for your birthday tomorrow?
Celebrating with you.
Yep, I'll be there.
A great friend of mine from my show.
Okay, what are you wishing for on your birthday?
Out of guardianship.
Pretty simple.
Pretty simple.
But she just, besides her wish, sounds like Wendy.
I'm sorry.
Just regular Wendy. I don't know what's.
This is an outrage. And I'm sorry, I'm not a doctor, but I have interviewed Wendy for our documentary that we did on her. I have talked to doctors. I have spent hours and hours with her on the phone. This woman should not be locked up the way she is. She is okay. And I know the Guardian saying she has she can't have something. Even if she has something, lots of people have, conditions. She's okay. She can take care of herself. It is an outrage that she is still in this guardianship.
Or she has supportive family and friends, clearly, that could help her with things that she needs. She doesn't need to be locked in this assisted living facility because she has, a lot of times this happens to people when they have nobody to take care of them. And she has
had friends who have been rallying around her. She mentioned this woman, I believe she's one of the executive producers
of the
from
show.
her show.
But she has Alex Finney.
She's been around a lot. Her
Alex
niece
Finney
has been around.
is a cousin of hers who's
niece,
been
right?
Her niece.
And I actually just looked on her Instagram and she's in New York. So I think she's gonna, today. So I think she's gonna be spending it with Wendy.
Now there is, look, she has had issues with family. I mean, her ex-husband filed this ridiculous lawsuit saying that he wants like $60 million on her behalf. She never authorized it. They had a terrible divorce. She wants him to stay as far away as possible. Her son has been problematic in this. So she has issues in terms of family.
Totally. But I think the ones that are supportive and would be there for her would be Alex and even her sister that was in the Lifetime documentary. They seem like really good supportive people that just want her to be free.
And the best thing is, like, Wendy is not, there was a time where Wendy was drinking a lot. And that was clearly causing some problems for her. But that's not an issue now. That's very clearly not an issue at this point.
And yet, the Guardian and the judge, they are hanging on to this frontotemporal dementia diagnosis that, number one, I do not understand, nor do the neurologists that we talk to understand how on earth a condition could get better. That diagnosis only gets worse. So
it certainly seems like she was misdiagnosed.
It certainly seems that way. And when you talk to her, she is the old Wendy, and she should be freed.
Madison Lamb, California. So there's been quite a bit of public pressure for this Wendy Williams guardianship, and I'm hoping that the momentum continues. With serious health conditions like this, I don't think that warrants taking away your agency and your freedom. I know I speak for myself and many of her fans and supporters when I say she deserves, say in her life and legacy that she's created.
Well, we are going to, for our part, raise hell over this because it's wrong.
Coming up.
Denise Richards now has court-ordered protection from her estranged husband. The restraining order is in place. Now, Aaron had to be notified about this restraining order and the fact that Denise had even applied for it. And that means someone had to deliver that to him, a process server.
Be right back.
Denise Richards now has court-ordered protection from her estranged husband. She filed for this restraining order. We told you yesterday about the details she put in there, including the photos, she says, of injuries that she suffered at the hands of Aaron Pfeiffer's dating back several years. And so a judge did grant that restraining order. And
by the way, I should just say,
it's a low bar.
Very low bar.
Almost always they
because they do not want to take a chance of saying, prove it, and then something really terrible happens.
Right. So the restraining order is in place. Now, Aaron had to be notified about this restraining order and the fact that Denise had even applied for it. And that means someone had to deliver that to him, a process server. And
a very dangerous job, I might add.
Because people are not usually very happy about that.
There are process servers that get run over, they get attacked, they sick dogs on them. It is a really rough job. Although I will tell you a story. Oh, I'll tell you the story. Yeah, I'll tell you the story later.
So he was served at his home yesterday, and we got these photos. He seems like he's on an intense phone conversation. This guy comes, serves him the papers, and we have other photos of him kind of going through the papers, being like, what is this? This is the TRO that Denise filed on Wednesday, just the day before.
It has to be served to him in order for him to obey it.
Right.
So that's why they did that.
Stay 100 yards away from it.
Right.
But this is a nasty divorce. She has made so many claims. In the TRO, she had included a photo of herself with a black eye, claims that he gave her the black eye in 2022.
And he's the one that filed, though. He filed on
for divorce.
Right after the 4th of July.
Yes.
He's the one that filed for divorce.
Exactly. But now she's coming out with all these allegations. He claimed they're false, damaging. So it's super nasty, but it wasn't always nasty. We obtained a video.
Well, yeah, I mean, they got married at a point.
Right,
something
they
must
were
have been
married for
good.
7 years. But we just obtained this video of them from 2023. They went to a Christmas parade together, and he had nothing but amazing things to say about her.
Good job on stealing Nicolette's husband. Yeah. I heard she's a bitch to men. What? Getting a great wife. I know, I heard she's really a bitch to men.
Okay, I'll tell you a quick story.
Oh.
I got
About
a quick
process
story
servers?
about process servers. So a long time ago, I was the legal consultant for the People's Court with Judge Wapner, and I used to go to his house, and we'd go over the cases the day before we taped. So about 2 months in to the show was a big hit. Immediately, 2 months in, I'm in the backyard going over cases with him, and there's a knock at the door. He goes to the door, and he's gone for a couple of minutes. He comes back, and he said, and he looks like he's pissed off at something, and he says, I just got served with a lawsuit. And I looked at him and I said, I'm sorry. And he said, yeah, but the guy knew who I was. And he was like, I'm famous now. It was really funny. It was really funny.
Guy from San Antonio. Is anyone really shocked Aaron was shirtless when he was served? That's all that man has to offer. Look, I believe Denise's allegations. This one time on The Real Housewives, he told her he would crush her hand. So there was a lot of signs there that he was a bad guy. My heart goes out to Denise right now, and I hope Aaron stays away.
Well, he has to stay away now. He's been served.
He's 100 yards.
I got to tell you something. You are going to love this story.
This
is
story
nuts.
is brilliant because what is so enjoyable about it is you have two celebrities who were trying to do something for Instagram, right? They're doing it for the gram, as they say, and now it is completely backfired, and one of those celebrities is concerned that it might get him in trouble with his probation officer.
You think?
Yeah. So we posted a video a couple days ago of a shootout, and it involved a guy named Chef Jeff. He is a celeb chef down in San Diego, and his buddy, the rapper, Troy Ave. So we're gonna show you the shootout.
This is crazy.
And then the bottom line here is the shootout is not what it seems.
Come
so
on over
Trent, this is the video that Jeff posted. Jeff is on the right, Troy Ave on the left.
So it seems like he's firing.
Yeah, there's an attempted burglar who runs up on Jeff, and Troy Ave defends his buddy.
You can see him creeping up around the driveway right here.
Well, Jeff posted that video, and in fact,
can we just say again, he posted this video.
Jeff posted the video, and in the caption said, "Shout out to my boy Troy, who's always got my back." Well, it's fake. Now, here's how we figured out it was fake. We started calling the police. Trent, you were talking to the sheriff's department down there.
Correct.
And saying, do you guys have anything about this?
Yeah, this appeared to happen like sometime in June after Chef Jeff had a festival, and they had no reports of a shooting, like just no neighbors called the cops. You know, like 2 shots fired off. You would think somebody would call the cops.
So it seemed like that he actually shot the burglar, right? But we never see in the video what happened. But the police had nothing, and so we're like, that's odd that a shooting would happen and no one notified the police.
Right.
And he's posting it. So if you were trying to keep it secret and you didn't tell the police, why would you post it?
Now here's the wrinkle. One of these guys is on probation.
That would be Troy Ave.
Yeah.
And so.
And one of the rules of probation is you can't violate the law, and I believe you're not allowed to use firearms.
Probably couldn't.
I mean, that's pretty standard.
In a completely different state too. You know, he got arrested in New York.
So what is he thinking?
Yeah, so what we found out, it is fake. It is something they staged, and they staged it because Jeff said that there had been a bunch of burglaries in his neighborhood. In fact, he said his house had been burglarized, and he wanted to post something that would sort of put people on notice. Any criminals who want to come into my house, just know that you're going to have to deal with. You know, we're gonna fight back.
What happened to Neighborhood Watch?
Has the probation department said anything? Are they investigating?
Well, I don't know about Troy on the Troy Ave side, but they're definitely investigating this shooting.
The San Diego police.
Well, this goes to the probation department too.
I mean, it probably will.
I'm sure it will. Now, what we know at this point is that he has not heard from Troy. Has not heard from his probation officer, but he's clearly worried about that.
It's gonna happen,
and he is copping now to not only it being a hoax, but he's now claiming Troy that's not even him in the video.
Yeah.
No.
Now, I can't tell.
He's pulling a Trump.
He's saying it's a stunt double?
Mm-hmm.
So his buddy would have hired a
and that's it.
Yeah.
Coming up.
When we come back, Shark Week is, can we say they've jumped the shark? Because their new special is dancing with sharks. How in the world that works? Tom Bergeron is going to be here to explain when we come back.
Be right back.
Well, it is that time of year. Shark Week is about to begin.
I love Shark Week.
Every year, Discovery finds a way to up the ante here. What we're about to talk about here, I just think is insane. I'm not really sure how this works, and I'm really anxious to see it because one of the programs that they're rolling out for this Shark Week, Dancing with Sharks.
It's a competition, but given that it's a competition,
how do you win? You live?
Well, but here's the thing. Who do you get to host Dancing with Sharks?
Well, there's only one person.
One person. That's it. One guy.
Peter Benchley, not available.
Nope.
So, no. Dancing with Sharks, you got to get the man who was there for Dancing with the Stars for years, Tom Bergeron, and now he's going to show us how they dance with sharks. Tom, welcome back to TMZ Live. How you doing, man?
Thanks, guys. Good to see you both. Your reaction to hearing the title of the show is exactly what my reaction was.
I got to do it just to see how it works.
Yeah. In the 15 years I hosted Dancing with the Stars, I often thought, why can't we get another species in here? So I'm thrilled.
Yeah. So explain what it is. I mean, I love the title, and the title's, 3/4 of the battle.
Absolutely.
What is it?
Well, it is. It's certainly what it says it is. It is a dancing competition underwater off the coast of Bimini in the Bahamas. 5 professional shark handlers, 1 incredible underwater dancer and choreographer teaching them dance steps that they can do, with your rhythmic hammerhead tiger shark.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
What I don't understand about it is, doesn't that incite them if they're moving the way, with the guitar and it looks ominous?
Well,
I literally got goosebumps watching that.
The issue is a lot of the sharks want to lead, and
do not step on his fin.
That's an issue. But, these are people, all 5 of these contestants, this is what they do for a living, not dancing with sharks, but they're in the water with sharks all the time. They're doing scientific research. They're taking tour groups out and doing, the cage dives and things of that nature. So being around sharks for all of them is almost second nature. It was adding the dance element that threw a new wrinkle into it.
But Tom, they have moves. They have moves.
You're talking about the sharks?
The people.
No, the people have moves.
Yes.
And their interactions with the sharks, they do. Somebody asked me, how did they get the sharks to dance? Well, you obviously lure them over with food, but then we did that with some of the human contestants on Dancing with the Stars.
The craft services.
A little raw steak.
Craft services for Dancing with the Sharks.
Exactly
a little bit different, I think.
But there's kind of this overarching theme. I love Shark Week. So there's this overarching theme of, that people think sharks are our enemy and that sharks are these predators who are out to kill.
Right.
And I think the point of all of this is to kind of blow up the myth.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think over the years, and this is the 37th year for Shark Week.
Wow.
But one of the things they've been really effective in doing is to take a little bit of that horror movie, that Spielbergian overblown fear of sharks away. Kinga Phillips, who's one of our judges on this show, and she's a familiar face to any Shark Week followers, she points out, look, you have to be respectful of sharks. They're not teddy bears. But by the same token, she gets up to close with sharks all the time. She said, I wouldn't get that close to a grizzly bear. So, you have to be respectful that they are apex predators, but we're not their main interest, frankly.
Do you get in the water?
I was going to say, I've seen these clips, Tom.
Where are you?
A lot of you standing on the beach.
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars, you were on the ballroom floor.
Right.
That's right. I will say this. For this particular contract, there was a coward clause.
Smart. Okay. Because your agent's going, hey, I gotta have him for other gigs.
Yeah,
so
that's
in
right.
The water.
Right. You can get half of him next time.
Hey, here's Bergeron, half off.
Right.
Oh, great
Okay,
to see you, Tom. And Dancing with Sharks premieres Sunday night on Discovery for Shark Week.
Yeah, we kick off Shark Week.
Oh, this sounds so fun.
A great way to kick it off.
It's so good seeing you, Tom.
Same here, Harv. Same here.
All right.
Talk to you.
Take care.
See ya.
Coming up.
There is a host on the bus this Saturday night.
I don't know that we've ever had a
Put him up right now. Look who it is. It is Ray J.
Ray J is got the shades on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Be right back.
So we are doing something really, really exciting this weekend. Something new. And
every Saturday night.
We've told you
Saturday night.
We've told you about TMZ After Dark on Saturday nights, but And it was fun before, but now we're taking it to the next level.
So we put a DJ on the bus, DJ Miles, and we go through Hollywood. We go Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard, Santa Monica Boulevard. We stop at bars. People get free shots. Ride the bull to the Saddle Ranch. Now there's a host.
Now we got
There is a host on the bus this Saturday night.
I don't know that we've ever had a
Put him up right now. Look who it is. It is Ray J.
Ray J is got the shades on. Let's go.
Let's go. Ray, I got to tell you something. I am so excited about
here, man.
this.
I cannot wait to see this.
This is going to be so awesome. So people jump on the bus at the Hard Rock Cafe in Hollywood on Saturday night, 7:30, and you are going to be the host for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it is going to be
the party.
Wild.
About to go crazy, Harvey. Yo, the city's already calling me. Everybody wants to come on. I said, listen. This is for the people that's touring the city. This is for people coming from out of town and for the people that's in town. But I think
want
it's
locals.
fresh.
We want locals too.
Locals
It's for
are
everybody,
welcome.
man.
So one of the reasons, look, I love this because A, it's you, but also you're an LA guy, and there's nothing like having an LA guy taking people around these places that you grew up seeing and then being at.
Yeah, and we party too at the same time. I think this is perfect, especially for this time where we at right now. It's time to have some fun. It's time to kind of let all the stress out, go away, and just, you know what I mean? Just be free and just live life a little bit.
The one song you want DJ Miles to play is.
I want him to play the song, I'm young, black and rich. The one that the guy on the boat is doing the kid on the boat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Okay, we got that.
We want a boat on the top of the TMZ bus. You know what I mean?
We got to have some Ray J hits. We got to play some Ray J hits too.
Yeah, we were thinking of Ray J hits, but
whatever we want to do, man. We got 2.5 hours to go crazy, so we'll play everybody's favorite tunes, whatever they want to hear. More importantly, and we're gonna just vibe, man, and have a good time. But I'm telling you, the city is hyped for this on Saturday. This is something new.
It's gonna be awesome, man. So one question, Ray, you got shades on or off at night? What do you do?
Oh no, shades off. You know, I started off with them like this, and then I got the reading glasses, and then.
All right, man.
Okay,
cannot wait
Saturday
to see
night, 7:30 at the Hard Rock. If tickets are still available, you can go to tmztour.com. $59, it's the best deal in town. Ray, thank you. I cannot wait. We're going to show the video. We're going to show the video everywhere on Monday.
I'm looking for it, man. Thank you guys for calling me on this too, man. It's gonna be fun.
We
Thank
are
you
excited.
for picking up, man.
Thanks, Ray.
All right, Ray.
All right, see you.
Coming up.
We get a lot of photos of Leo DiCaprio around the world, partying, but you rarely get to see him the way that we are about to show him to you.
Be right back.
All right, we get a lot of photos of Leo DiCaprio around the world, partying, but you rarely get to see him the way that we are about to show him to you. Because when he is out,
he's covered.
Always covered. You see his face in movies.
Head to toe.
But he is always covered. But he is over in Europe, Saint-Tropez. Everyone's
on a yacht.
On a yacht.
He is on a yacht more than
Victoria.
Any celebrity.
Victoria. Sorry, there's no C.
He looks good.
He looks pretty good too.
He looks good.
Yeah, they're out in Saint-Tropez having some fun, jumping in the water there. She looks great as well.
Yeah. He is on more yachts. He gets invited.
That's all he does in the summer.
He gets invited to everything. Leo DiCaprio is and apparently a really fun party guy.
Apparently.
I mean, yeah, I feel like all he does is party.
There are several models who would attest to that.
That's true. Okay.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us.
Have a good weekend.